Om Swastiastu. Hello, my name is Gani. I'm from English Educational Study Program, grade or semester 4 in STKIP Agama Hindu Amlapura. Now, in this English phonology final test, I will bring presentation about phonetics and phonology of English, how and why we speak the way we do. Okay, without any further ado, let's get to the explanation. First, in the phonology, we should know about phonetics. What is phonetics? Phonetics is the study of the speech. And phonetics consists of the three categories. The first one is articulatory phonetics. This is how speech sounds are produced. And then acoustic phonetics, this is the transmission and physical properties of the speech sounds. And then number 3 is auditory phonetics. This is perception of speech sounds. And phonetics transcriptions, one sound just have one symbol. In the phonetics, that are consonant and vowels. Consonants, the description of this sound we call consonants. Consonants based on the human articulatory systems like lungs to pump in and out, vocal folds, oral cavity, including tongue and lips, and nasal cavity. And consonant described using three characteristics: vocal quality, voice or voiceless, and then point of articulation, and then manner of articulation. Okay, here is the picture of the articulators of the human body. Start from the lips and then nasal cavity above our nose, and then inside the mouth there are alveolar ridge, a palate, velum, uvula, tip, blade, mid, back of the tongue, and then root of the tongue, epiglottis, and then vocal cords and glottis. When we produce consonant, the articulation that function are like this. Start from the bilabial, labiodental, and then interdental, and then dental, alveolar, palatal alveolar, palatal, velar, ulvula, pharyngeal, and then glottal. Also, here is the consonant chart when human body make the consonant phonics or letter. Okay, and then we move on to the vowels. Place of articulation, manner of articulation, and voicing are not useful when trying to describe vowels. Vowels are all made in the mouth or placed with little or no airflow constriction or manner, and or always voiced in English. So the system are describes vowels thus. So in terms 4 characteristic, there are 1 tongue placement, 2 tongue hitch, and then lip rounding, and 4 tenseness. Okay, here is the vowel chart when we produce vowel letters or phonics, phonetics. Okay, that are also major and minor diphthongs, because the diphthongs are because vowel is consists with the 2 categories also that are monotongues and diphthongs. Here is the chart of this monotongues and diphthongs. Okay, suprasegmentals. What are those? This is consists of the 4 aspects that are length, Lang is high vowels shorter than low vowels, and then voiceless consonants longer than voice consonants, and then voiceless fricative longest. Lang is influenced by the surrounding sounds. Okay, number 2 is tone. Tone can change meaning like in some languages like Chinese. And then number 3 is stress. Stress levels more prominent than unstressed ones, and then stress levels usually contains tense vowels, and then stress syllables are often longer and unstressed syllables reduce vowel. Okay, the last one, intonation, is rising and falling intonation also can change meaning. Okay, we move on to the main topic. What is phonology? Phonology is how speech sounds are organized and affect one another in pronunciation. The key terms of the phonology is 1. Phone. Phone sound is actually heard, and then phoneme, more theoretical, is idea of a sound, and then allophone, non-distinctive realization of the same phoneme. Okay, this organization is explain phonological rules. Okay, we explain about different types of phonological variation now. That are consist of the 4 categories also. One is overlapping distribution, different sound in same environment. For example, the words tap and pat. Constructive distribution, changing sound changes meaning. For example, mean versus min in minimal. And then complementary distribution, sounds in a language never found in the same phonetics environment. For example, tap versus pat. And then free variation, 2 sounds that occur in overlapping environments but doesn't change meaning. For example, input versus input. Okay, there are also common phonemic rules like this chart that are aspiration, unreleased stop, flap, dental consonants, falariation, voicelessness, vowel lengthening, and then vowel nasalization. Okay, phonemics rules. Number 1, aspiration rule. Voiceless stop are aspirated at the beginning of the stressed syllable. Number 2, liquid or glide devoicing. Liquids or glides become voiceless when they follow a voiceless stop, fricative, and then affricate. Number 3, vowel lengthening. Vowels are lengthened when they come before a voice consonant. Okay, number 4 is flopping. When or the is preceded by a vowel and followed by a vowel, it becomes flat. For example, bitter, butter, butter, leather, letter, beauty, and beautiful. Okay, common phonological rules also consist with 4 categories again, that are assimilation, or this seems like becomes like the neighboring sound. For example, hippo, the words hippo. And then this assimilation consists of the 3 again, that are palatization. For example, don't you, won't you, shouldn't I, mustn't you. Okay. Air coloring, like for example, fur, bird, and party. And nasal coloring. Number 2, dissimulation, for example, fib, six. And then insertion, for example, dance, strength, hamster. And then deletion, for example, chocolate and interesting. Okay, important information to remember. 1, there are exceptions to every rule in English. Number 2, English speakers, like all other languages, try to say things as quickly and easily as possible. And number 3 is every region and dialect will have variations in speech patterns. However, it is important to foster correct pronunciation instead of bad habits. Okay, tips for all the material that we discussed. Be consistent with one symbol, just one sound, and then remember that bo, po, mo, and fo is used to teach Mandarin, not English, because the language is built on syllables. English is a sound or a symbol language not built on syllables. Okay, help students understand how sounds are made, and then help students to learn to sound out words instead of just listen and repeat. And then be aware of common mistakes based on first language that students tend to make: dropping final consonants, confusing la and ra, inserting a, pronouncing all vowels as tense vowels. Remember that there are useful websites where you can find correct pronunciation of English words. Okay, that's my presentation of the material that we talk about. I hope all of you can get my point. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye bye. Om Santi 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 Om.